Up next for Jones, he will face Cornell's Tyler Ferrara in the semifinal round. The winner of that matchup will be headed to Philadelphia. But here we move on to what's going on at 141, another 4v5 matchup again here at Mat 1. We'll have the 4v5s at each weight class in the first round. And for Columbia, Lorenzo Frezza, he really sparked the whole team over the final 3 duels. He is going up against Brown's Ian Oswalt, who's been ranked this season. So you just think about that. A program changer coming back from injury versus a formerly ranked wrestler in a 4-5 matchup here at 141. Just talks about the quality.
Yeah, no, the quality is amazing. And I think, honestly, it's a testament to, we talked about it earlier, but the number of allocations that this tournament has is a testament to the level, the quality, the prowess of these Ivy League wrestling programs. It's really impressive, and it's only getting better. We talk about it. The number of ranked matchups that these guys have had, it's amazing. These coaches want to put these guys in front of their toughest opponents for tournaments like this, for moments like this, to have them, be as prepared and confident as they possibly can be coming in.
Again, the Ivy League, 26 pre-allocations for the NCAA tournament. Out of 60 wrestlers competing, that's 43.3%. It is almost exact to the Big 12, which has 61 pre-allocations out of their 140 wrestlers in their tournament. That's at 43.6%. As we get the first takedown in this matchup, and Frezza grabs the 3-0 lead. He's 3-0 on the season, the sophomore, but again, once he got back from injury, he locked in at 141. Kai Owen, who saw some time at 141, he locked in at 149 for Columbia. And Richard Fedolin, who saw some time at 149, locked in at 157. It's really given a lot of hope for Columbia head coach Donnie Pretzloff and that coaching crew in their first year leading the program, but very familiar to this area as Pretzloff, a 10-year associate head coach at Rutgers. Obviously, though, a big difference between the Big Ten tournament and this new Ivy League tournament in terms of the teams in tournament competition. There's a lot of different dynamics here, but I think it simplifies things for the coaches in terms of preparation. They have only 5 other wrestlers to prepare for at each weight class.
Yeah, it's really cool to see just the sheer level of coaching, right? I mean, you have guys like Jesse Delgado and Mitch Feinsilver in the corner for Brown, right? It's just it's amazing to see, how much of a buy-in there is in the Ivy League in the sport of wrestling. It's really cool. It's only going to get better and better. And you're seeing it with these guys coming out here and competing at the national level, at the highest level. It's paying off.
Yep, and Brown led by head coach Jordan Lean, his second season at the helm. And I'm talking to him earlier in the week. He really praised the culture change for this Brown program after the escape by Oswalt. He trails 3-1, but Frezza trying to get his second takedown, keeping the right foot in. Short time in this first period. Oswalt trying to make sure he's not down by 5, but the takedown by Lorenzo Frezza. And now he's in the driver's seat with a pair of takedowns here in the first period.
Yeah, just finding ways to score points. Been very active here in this first period and giving himself a nice buffer at 6-1 with 51 seconds of riding time already.
Well, if you're Oswalt, while you don't like giving up 2 takedowns, you can start the comeback process in these next 9 seconds with an escape. Trying to get that second point, a roll through. Frezza keeps hold, and Oswalt unable to get free. So Lorenzo Frezza, as you see the left shoulder wrapped, early on in the driver's seat here, with a chance to punch his ticket to the semis. Now, Pat, here at 141, 4 qualifiers going to the NCAA tournament. It doesn't mean a win locks you in. Obviously, there's still, if the semifinal wrestlers lose, they still have to take care of business in the wrestlebacks. But obviously, both competitors in the final and both competitors in the third will be going to Philly.
Yeah, it's each match in this weight class specifically is going to matter. And, it's again, testament to the high level of competition at this weight class. But, you know, it's just, again, you can't think about anything other than winning the match that's in front of you. If you get, you know, caught up in, you know, thinking about, you know, the finals or whatever it is, right? You just got to focus on what's at task, the task at hand. And, you know, you look up and you're in the finals and you're worried about one more match, right? That's the way you got to think about it.
That mental preparation these wrestlers go through. And you mentioned it, Pat, there's not going to be big picture thinking anywhere on these mats. It's just going to be us here relaying it to you for those at home, just so we can help set the scene as Frezza gets a thunderous mat return. He's trying to turn this at the least into back points. Oswalt protects the back. He gets a bit flat here. But Lorenzo Frezza, his riding time getting close to 2 minutes. You're not thinking about any bonus points here. You're just thinking about the victory. And I think if you're Frezza here, you're feeling pretty good about what you're doing right now on top in period number 2.
Yeah, and you're just looking to score more points, right? And I think, you know, obviously the team score is what it is, but I think just in terms of just building your confidence, just trying to score more points, you know, you look up and it's, you know, you're working for a major without even really working for a major, just because you're trying to score more points.
Oswalt did get the escape, but after now a riding time disadvantage of 2 minutes. And so Oswalt very likely is going to need 2 takedowns just to even up the score as we head into the final half minute of the second period. Action going on at 141 on mat 2 as Princeton's Eli Rivera going up against Harvard's Dante Frinzi, and Rivera, with the home faithful behind him, is moving on to the semis at 141. And you look at who's coming up next at 141. CJ Composto faces the winner of this matchup here on mat 1 as the second period comes to end. And Joshua Saunders from Cornell will be facing Eli Rivera. And again, you talk about the depth of this weight class. It is amazing to see. There's a chance that you could have multiple All-Americas come from the Ivy League at this weight class.
Yeah, no, it's a really tough one. And, you know, anytime that you have 4 allocations in a tournament with 6 wrestlers, that's pretty cool.
Again, nothing locked in just yet, even for the semifinalists. But as Lorenzo Frezza gets an escape, Ian Oswalt is going to have to get things moving, trailing 7-2. Now, for Frinzi, who lost for Harvard, and whoever loses here, there's still a chance to get in. They're going to have to win out until the third place matchup to keep their hopes alive. But obviously, that's the advantage here when you have those amount of allocations. You can still lose at this tournament and go back at it. And you have to have the quick mental reset in that type of situation.
Yeah, you have to have a short memory, especially in this tournament setting. You're going to have to wrestle, you know, coming up here fairly quickly. So it's just a matter of, you know, figuring out what went wrong, coming back and being able to, you know, wrestle hard and you know, be able to wrestle through any position that comes at you, no matter what.
There's going to be 3 more earned for Lorenzo Frezza, and all but assured now his chance to move forward and face CJ Composto in the semifinal round at 141. Again, this sophomore, just in the last 3 duels, really flipped things for his team, and, well, he's looking great right now.
Yeah, doing, you know, a lot of good stuff on top. Obviously, anytime you have over 2 minutes of riding time, you're usually doing something right. You know, he's looking to ride this one out on top and finish in the top position. Oswalt doing a good job trying to get back in this match and wrestle through, but with short time here, it looks like Frezza's going to come out with the victory and move on to the semifinals, and really well done to find a way to get bonus points here in the first match.
2 seconds left to go. It looks like he's going to have an 11-2 major decision in his favor with a stall warning assessed to Lorenzo Frezza, but he starts off his tournament on the right foot, and Ian Oswalt is still going to have a chance to find his way to Philadelphia, but it will be a battle up ahead as he will face either Eli Rivera or Joshua Saunders up next Hand raised for Lorenzo Frezza at 141 in a dominant showing.
Yeah, really well done. Just wrestling through every position. Winds up getting on top and just goes to work in the top position. Something that I always like to see